Here are 3 things that you can do right now to get your offer accepted if you're looking to buy a home. If you're a buyer in today's market in real estate, if you're trying to buy a home, you are probably no stranger to how difficult it actually is out there to buy a home. Most people, when they get started, when they decide to buy a property, they do not think that it was going to be one of the most challenging things they're going to have to do all year long. You're probably getting outbid. You're submitting multiple offers. Your offers are too low. You have no idea what to do. Everybody is frustrated. You probably have submitted 5 to even 10 offers. All of them are over asking, and you're just simply overwhelmed, and you have no idea what to do. Okay, so when most people get started with purchasing a property, the first thing they think about, hey, I'm going to go look at a couple of homes, see if I like something, and then I'm going to call my lender, and I'm going to call my realtor, and hopefully submit an offer and get it accepted. Look, back in the day, and when I say back in the day, 2 years ago, not even 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, that was probably okay. You could have done that, and you probably were able to get away with it, but not in today's market. So out of the 3 things that I picked here, the number one thing and most important thing, in my opinion, that you have to do is, and these are in no particular order, is you either have to connect with a lender or a realtor. So let's first talk about the lender and why that is so important. You want to do your research as far as who you're going to be working with when it comes to getting pre-approved. And you want to do that before you start buying a house. And here is why. Most real estate agents who are on the listing side, they are requiring a pre-approval for you to even get into the house. Because of COVID, we all have to go through limitations as to how many people we're going to be able to put into properties to see them. And because of low inventory and so many buyers out there, there's a lot of people who are interested. So realtors, to be safe, are requiring pre-approvals before you even get into the properties. So that's why it's so important to find a lender, go through the process they suggest you go through, get a pre-approval so that you have that to present to the realtor for you when you go to see a house. It's going to show that you are a more serious buyer, you're pre-qualified, you already know your numbers, and you know what you're doing. That's the number one thing that you can do to make your life easier when it comes to buying a property. Number 2, obviously, consult with a really good realtor. Before you get started, after you talk to your lender, if your lender has not referred you to one of their realtors in their sphere, do your homework, find a realtor that is active, that is local, and that knows what they're doing. Having an aggressive realtor right now is really half of the battle. Okay, you want a realtor who will answer your phone calls right away, will get you in touch with the right people when needed, and they're going to get you into properties fast. It's really important because listing agents are getting booked up. So if you don't act fast as a buyer's agent, your buyers are going to be not even going to be able to see the property even if they're pre-approved. So that's why it's super important to get that covered. A good realtor will also be able to tell you things about the property, right? They're going to be able to suggest, because they're in and out of this every day, they're going to be able to suggest if you should go for this, if you should pay over asking. They're going to show you the right comps and explain to you that this property is more likely to go over asking by $20,000, $30,000, or $40,000. And then there's ways to protect you, right? Like even if you decide to pay $40,000 over asking for a property, or 50, which we're seeing out there, there is ways to create those offers that you are protected and that you are not overpaying for a property. So there's a lot that is involved with hiring the right realtor, and I highly, highly encourage you to, after you spoke to your lender, after you know that you are pre-approved and 100% ready to go, you speak to a really good realtor. You start building that team around you to find you your dream home. And number 3, contingencies. I chose contingencies because it's very important in a real estate transaction. If you are financing a property, then you are most likely going to have a lot of contingencies when it comes to purchasing, right? Contingencies like inspections, mortgage contingencies, appraisals, and all those things that have to go into when buying a property. But if you already spoke to a lender and a realtor, they're both going to be able to suggest to you which of those contingencies you are potentially capable of waiving so that you have a higher chance of getting properties. things that have been working out. And again, I'm not suggesting that you do this for every listing. There's houses out there that look sketchy, and that I definitely always encourage my clients to do inspections, right? But sometimes you go into a house that was built, I don't know, 2005 or 2010, and it just looks in really good shape. And what I suggest to my clients, say, look, you can do inspections, but for example, you can say, I'm going to do inspections for informational purposes only on this. What that means to the sellers is that, look, I'm going to do inspections. I just want to get informed about the property. I want to know what I'm getting into. But my goal here is not to nickel and dime you after the inspections, requesting repairs or requesting money off. And that has been working more and more lately. So obviously there's other contingencies on that, but that was just an example. I wanted to keep this video short, just so you guys can see that these are the top 3 things that you can easily do to get out there, get in the market, and actually get offers accepted and stop getting defeated in this crazy market. All right, guys, this is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please click like, hit subscribe. This is Albert. I'm a real estate agent with Home Smart Professionals, team leader here at the Hajdaraj Group, and this is our YouTube channel, Living in Rhode Island. Until next time, see you.